Hey all, welcome back. This episode is really exciting for me because we're going through a bunch of social media marketing strategy templates, free PDFs that I have put together to help you guys maximize your digital marketing and social media presence. Let's go right now. Hey guys, I'm not going to take up too much of your time in this episode. I'm going to go quickly through the templates that I have for social media marketing strategy, and then I want you guys to go out and execute them, take them to your presence, help you get more organic reach, help you build your audiences. The last thing I'll say before we get going is I am going to quickly go through what each of these templates does and how to fill it out. And I'm going to have YouTube chapters below. So depending which template you're looking for, skip through the chapters, come back, move around, go download them. All the links will be below. This episode is all about being a guide to provide you guys with the value so you know what you're doing when you download the templates. Now, first of all, I got them all printed out right here, but when you are on the website, you just go to my website, www.jaredvandermeer.com, and you scroll down. On this left-hand side, there is free stuff. If you're on mobile, the menu will have free stuff. You click on it, and we got 3 full pages of a whole bunch of different content creation and social media marketing strategy templates that you can download. No particular order. You can go through the 3 pages, download as many of them as you want. You just click download now, put in your information, just your email, and click submit. Don't worry, I'm never going to spam you. I'm just going to send you some information when we put out more templates down the road. All right, the first template I want to talk about is this one. The customer avatar profile. This is the most important one that you guys can download from my site today from this episode. I'm starting with the most important one. This one is the base that you will use for filling out a lot of the other pieces of information when you're doing your planning. The reason for that is I find a lot of marketers and people on social media pick the wrong platform compared to where their audience is. I don't want you guys to waste any marketing dollars or marketing time. Time is valuable, and social media content takes a lot of effort to put together. So maximizing and knowing where your audience is and then picking the platforms and the places to advertise of where your audience actually is really important. Now on this template, I have done a couple of things. First of all, there's a reference number and a revision number, which allows you to change it over time. You go through your ideal customer, their age range, their gender, their location, their occupation, annual income, if they're a decision maker for your product or service. And then you go through what their pain points and objections are, what their goals, what the value they're getting, and then the specific profile description of what you guys are doing and what your product is. The last one is attention. Attention, I like to put where they spend most of their time. Where does their attention go for your specific avatar? That's going to allow us to leapfrog to the next template, which is the selection template. This platform selection worksheet that I've put together has all of the main social media platforms that you can be on, where most of the attention is going today. And it allows you to see the demographic that's on it. Now, it's a 3-page document where we go into detail. The other pages have a larger description of what each platform is and what it can do for your brand if you're not 100% sure. Now, the key to this template is I want you to just put your top 3 options for now. It doesn't mean you're not going to have all of the platforms for your presence to help validate your presence, but without a significant marketing resource and having a big team behind it, you're only going to be able to execute 1, maybe 2 at the highest level building native content. So putting your option 1, 2, 3 and prioritizing them is huge when you're starting to plan out what you're going to do next with your content in terms of what you're going to do every week and what you're going to do every month. Now, you guys know me, I do not like to overcomplicate marketing. I find a lot of people go far too in depth. They end up bogging themselves down with red tape. So I put together 2 basic templates for what I just talked about. One is a content planning calendar with a whole bunch of the major dates listed on each month that you may relate to your brand and you may make content for. Listen, whether you guys use this template or use your own calendar, the key here is to plan out your days, try to mix it up once in a while to see where you're going to get the most engagement with your audience over a long period of time. That's going to give you the data you need to start to know which days to post and what times to post, to know exactly when your audience is looking for your content. This step number one. Then you get into the weekly planner. The weekly planner, again, very basic, nothing too fancy. You guys, again, could morph this into your own brand. But essentially what I like to do is I like to plan out what I'm going to do each day of the week in terms of shooting content, but also what content has to be finished. Now, my favorite part of this template when you download it or when you morph it into your own is this create and correct, the lessons learned section. Social media is all about finding new ways to capture your audience's attention. I've said this before, your audience is learning faster. They're adopting platforms and new features faster than marketers can keep up. So it's about testing it all out, making tons of content, and then learning from it so that you can find out what works. Only then can you make that repeatable process of content that gets engagement over a long period of time. Now, before I get into some of the other templates that I have, I want to talk about the Platform Unification Content Map. This is one of my favorite. This might have been something I should have talked about a little earlier in this episode, but with this template, it always has your conversion point in the middle. So for a lot of you, that's your website. Some people that only have a Facebook page or you're only running Facebook ads, then your conversion point would be Facebook and that would go into middle. And then all of your other digital marketing presence and platforms surround that, pushing people and moving them towards your conversion point. So things such as your Google My Business, your Google Maps, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, Google Maps optimization, video content, blogs, vlogs, email marketing, text marketing, and your social media platforms. There's other things too that we've left blank spots for, but to know what this all is, this is the complete digital marketing presence. And I've added one thing in here that I think will help you guys out. I put the estimated hours based on our experience that's required to do these well each week. So if you have one digital marketing coordinator on your marketing team, they only got 40 to 50 hours a week maximum. So you have to look at this all and then choose which ones they're going to prioritize so that you can do things well and they don't get left behind and you can't figure out why you're not getting traction from them. Well, it's probably because you're not putting enough time into them. So I hope that helps you guys out. Now there's a couple other worksheets. I'm just going to go through these ones quickly. I feel like I've been talking fast in this episode. If you guys think I need to slow down in future episodes, tell me in the comments below. Again, I'm trying to create and correct as well. Now, the other ones that I love, this video planning worksheet is one that I use to create longer watch time. It really gets me through the process of having a hook, an intro, a goal, going through my great, normal, and pro tips, and then finishing it off with a conclusion. It's a good way to plan out videos before you start. I use this every time I shoot a YouTube video. Next is a website storyboard. This one's less relevant unless you're making a website, but sometimes if you are, this is a great one to make sure before you start your design wireframes, before you start in Photoshop designing everything, you can draw out those wireframes on here and get approval prior to that. So this helps the digital marketers and website developers out there. It'll help you save time. Got a video storyboard. We got two different ones, one with smaller squares and one with larger squares, depending on how you're going to draw it out. These are in PDF format, so I like inserting photos or finding stock images if you're starting your storyboard and you're not going out to take those shots for the storyboard. So great, you can either draw or insert those. I got my social media content idea worksheet, another great one. This one's not used as much anymore. This one was used before, but if you do use this one, sometimes it's just about putting it on the whiteboard in the office. You got your industry, you got your audience, and you got your product or service. And when you're thinking about what your industry is doing right now, what your audience is looking for at this moment in time, and what your product and service offers value, where it intersects in the middle when you're talking with your marketing team, that's where you're going to get the most value out of the content you're making. It's going to engage with the audience. You can write down some ideas, come up with as many as possible. It's going to help you out. I got a presentation storyboard, and then another piece of the platform selection worksheet. That is it for this episode, guys. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I want you guys to get into social media marketing strategy this year. Get going, learn lots, create and correct. It's going to help you get further organic reach and build your audiences, which is what we are all looking for. That's all for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next episode. That's all for now. Indiana annotations. One more reminder, guys. They're all free. The links are below. Go below. You don't have to spend any money. Click on it. Go to my website, download them. It's going to help you out, or at least you can then get ideas to make your own templates, which is all I want. I just want you guys thinking about these things, thinking about who your audience is, and then making content specifically for them. Okay, see you guys in the next episode. Bye.